systems, wind turbines, and electric transformers. mCloud combines cloud technology, the Internet of Things, and real-time data analytics to monitor and analyze HVAC equipment's health and performance. The subscription service they offer is called Asset Care.
Asset Care solution is the platform in which all the AI, the analytics resides, and all of the data resides, and it is what allows us to connect assets around the world. So Asset Care leverages Google Cloud, and the secret sauce inside it is our intellectual property and our know-how.
Some of that know-how comes from the many years of experience Russ brings from his tenure at Honeywell in many senior positions, including president for Worldwide Advanced Software and Internet. Some of it has come from very strategic acquisitions.
The reason for going public in Canada is to use our currency to acquire companies like Engrain.
Barry Poe, Vice President of AI Solutions at mCloud, explains what he and his Engrain team bring to the table.
Prior to being acquired by mCloud, Engrain had been around for about 17 years, largely in aerospace and defense, developing innovative technologies that took advantage of 3D imagery, as well as artificial intelligence to do a variety of different things, including automated damage assessment, which is the primary thing that Engrain brings in terms of technology over to mCloud as a business.
Whether it's wind turbine performance monitoring and damage assessment or optimizing HVAC systems, the fundamental business case for mCloud is very clear to Barry Poe.
One of the things that mCloud has done is it's taken advantage of the fact that the cost of technology has gone down, the ability to harness all of the data that's already being created as we work and live and operate in buildings on a daily basis. All of that's possible today. So what we can do is we can take advantage of all that information, make it possible to make some really intelligent decisions through the use of AI, all at a price point that's frankly affordable for everyone.
mCloud customers and partners like TELUS agree with that assessment. Ken Cook explains.
TELUS wants to be involved closely with our customers, and our customers have huge opportunities to generate operational savings. mCloud brings a combination of the IoT thermostats that have been tested and approved, the artificial intelligence and machine learning applications that learn and ingest all the data from different sites.
mCloud's CEO is confident momentum is building.
We started the year as a public company with just under 6,000 connected assets. We have 12,600 after 6 months, and we are on a trajectory to double that again later this year.
And that's just North America. As part of their long-term strategy, mCloud has already partnered with SCN, an established hotel and retail mall developer in China.
If you look at just two cities, Beijing and Shanghai, and the amount of retail space they have in those two cities is bigger than most countries. This is a very exciting time, bringing AI, data, and the internet together to solve real big problems. It's pretty exciting.
To facilitate their global expansion, the company has brought on board a 20-year Silicon Valley veteran, Dave Weinerth. With sales of $5 million and growing, mCloud is one company to watch.
Before we wrap up, some final investment thoughts. First, a look at some of the newer sectors in the small cap market.
The trends that we're seeing in the small cap space, definitely artificial intelligence is one that's come to the fore recently. Blockchain, while still companies trying to figure out how to use it, I don't think you can dismiss that it won't be used economically going forward. And then cannabis space is still very strong.
And on the strength of gold, this final thought.
You got to be patient, know your value, stick with it, stick with the people who actually can execute in this kind of market, and then we can worry about it later when it changes.
Whether you're looking at the new kids on the market,
like cannabis, AI, and other tech companies,
or something more traditional like gold,
there's truly something out there to suit every type of investor.
Thanks for joining us today. For BTV, I'm Taylor Tone.
And I'm Jessica Kaczachak.
Until next time, may your portfolio prosper.
The opinions you hear on Biz Talk Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests, and do not necessarily reflect those of this station, Biz Talk Radio, its management, or advertisers. The information on Biz Talk Radio does not constitute a recommendation, offer, or solicitation to buy or sell any product or securities. Please consult a professional before investing. If you have any questions about Biz Talk
USA Radio News with Wendy King.
More than 30 people remain hospitalized and 49 people are known dead after a gunman opened fire on worshippers at 2 mosques in Christchurch, New Zealand. The suspect, a self-proclaimed white supremacist from Australia, live-streamed the shooting on Facebook. The mass killer has gone to court in New Zealand. TV reporter Emma Cropper.
That was a very brief appearance. It was a matter of minutes. He was handcuffed. He was flanked by police when he appeared, and he remained calm and basically emotionless in the dock throughout his appearance.
President Trump has vetoed a resolution to overturn his emergency declaration on the border with Mexico.
Congress has the freedom to pass this resolution, and I have the duty to veto it, and I'm very proud to veto it.
His declaration now faces override votes and a series of lawsuits. This is USA Radio News.
There's no question you need omega-3s. But which form should you take? Fish oil or krill oil? Scientists have debated this for years. Luckily, there's a new solution to satisfy everyone. It's called Krill Omega 50 Plus. It combines ultra-pure fish oil and joint-soothing krill oil together in just one tiny pill. It's so powerful, it can promote the health of your heart and your arteries. And if that wasn't enough, it can also boost your joint comfort in just days. We're so sure Krill Omega 50 Plus will work for you. We'll even send you a free bottle to put to the test. The debate is over. It's not fish oil or krill oil. It's both. And now it's free. Just pay $4.95 for shipping and claim your free bottle. Call now. 1-800-399-6392. 1-800-399-6392. That's 1-800-399-6392.
Once again, a major German automaker is in trouble over misleading the public. USA Radio's Rick Vincent has more on the story.
Volkswagen and its CEO has been charged by the Securities and Exchange Commission with defrauding American investors by grossly misleading them about the vehicle's quality and environmental compliance and the company's financial standing. For USA Radio News, I'm Rick Vincent.
The Energy Department plans to roll back efforts to eliminate expensive incandescent light bulbs and instead keep them available, along with a more energy-efficient LED light bulb. National Resources Defense Council Director Noah Horowitz says legal action will be taken.
They cost consumers an extra $12 billion a year to operate, and we're using 25 more power plants worth of electricity to keep those inefficient bulbs illuminated. And that's causing about 34 million extra tons of carbon dioxide, the main pollutant responsible for global warming.
You're listening to USA Radio News.
With a recession ending, if you've been putting off building your business, now is the time to act. General Steel will meet or beat any price on a pre-engineered steel building of the same size and specifications. Act now, before steel prices go up. So call us today for free information.
Call 800-965-1290. 800-965-1290, 800-965-1290.
According to one new study, social media may be causing a rise in mental health disorders in young people, especially teenagers. USA Radio Network's Chris Barnes has more.
The study finds the amount of U.S. teenagers and young adults who experienced mental distress, depression, and suicidal thoughts rose significantly over the last 10 years. The researchers say there was an especially large spike in 2011, and they cite that as the year that social media emerged in a big way. The study was published by the American Psychological Association. For USA Radio News, I'm Chris Barnes.
Governor Tony Evers has declared a state of emergency across Wisconsin due to melting snow and heavy rainfall. WSAW-TV's Gerald Ballard is in the village of Clover, just west of Green Bay.
The village of Plover says they were prepared for a flood. They just didn't expect this much water.
The area was not flooded at all, and just like snapping your fingers, all of a sudden we had a wall of water.
Many residents were told to evacuate their homes as early as 2 in the morning. The village turning their municipal building into an emergency evacuation shelter, and several roads had to be closed, causing multiple delays.
Right when we think we're at the tip of things and have things under control, all of a sudden a new area is breaking out with respect to flooding.
For USA Radio News, I'm Wendy King.
Non-attorney paid spokesperson. Could your house go into foreclosure? Are you behind on your mortgage payments? Does it seem like the bank has no interest in helping you save your home? And you feel like you have nowhere to turn for help? Then we have good news for you. Foreclosure Protection Services can help save your home as they specialize in foreclosure assistance. That's all they do. If you're behind on your mortgage payments, being threatened with foreclosure, have been denied a loan modification, or been the victim of a predatory loan, it's critical that you call Foreclosure Protection Services now at 800-670-2142. Their network of attorneys and their agents are available to speak to you now. If you're behind on your mortgage payments, Foreclosure Protection Services can help stop the foreclosure process. Call today before it's too late. New laws are in effect that may save your home. Call Foreclosure Protection Services now at 800-670-2142. 800-670-2142. That's 800-670-2142.
Welcome to the Garden America Show, the country's most listened to gardening program. This is your chance to join us as we talk about gardening, horticulture, landscaping, in fact, anything that has to do with the world of gardening. The phone lines are open right now at 1-855-424-9825. That's 1-855-424-9825 for your questions and comments. Or John at gardenamerica.com. And if you're watching us on Facebook Live, you can also post your questions and comments right there on the page during the broadcast. Now, here's Bryan, Maine, John Bagnasco, and Tiger Palafox on the Garden America Radio and Media Network.
And again to you, 6 minutes after the hour, back for your weekend, back for your Saturday. Every Saturday we do this. It is Garden America, Bryan, Maine, John Bagnasco, Tiger Palafox. Thank you so much, those tuning in, watching us live on Facebook. Going to be a great show. If you're listening through BizTalk Radio streaming, it's also going to be a good show. If you're listening in San Diego on AM 1240, still a good show lined up. Anyway, 855-424-9825. Want to give us a phone call. Facebook Live, probably the best avenue for questions, comments. We respond usually right away. And, of course, John at gardenamerica.com. John, little update on what you did this week. You sent out a lot of emails. Very busy guy.
Well, we talked about this last week. You know, our greenhouses up in Oregon where a lot of our vegetables are grafted.
Right.
Tomatoes specifically. All collapsed from a freakish snowstorm. So I sent everyone an email to let them know what tomatoes they would not be getting next week.
Now, you also gave people 3 options.
Actually, it's not next week, but the following week, the 25th.
Okay.
Some people won't be affected at all because we have the varieties that they ordered. Then other people, we will have the varieties that they ordered, but not till April 22nd.
Which may be a blessing in disguise based on the weather.
Well, what we can do is we can split shipments. We can send part of your shipment March 25th, the rest April 22nd.
Okay.
Or you can substitute varieties, or you can get a refund. Whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to do, because that's the way we operate. It was like you say, a freakish storm. One of these things that has never happened so far since we've been involved with our growers.
Oh, Alice from Loghouse Plants sent us pictures. And
it's terrible.
Yeah, it was bad.
So when you see plants in that condition, you see the greenhouse is actually caved in, right?
Right.
Yeah, there was feet of snow on top.
Yeah, feet of snow.
Foots?
So anyway,
Foots?
thank you so much for your
Multiple feet?
patience and
Like
the
feats of
options
strength.
that John gave you here, because we do aim to please.
If you did not get an email, don't worry. You're going to get your
you'll
order just as it was planned.
Well, or as you said, you'll get yours. Anyway, again, thank you for tuning in. Facebook Live, questions, comments. We do have another guest lined up today, Tiger. Who might that be?
Yeah, we're going to have Paul Isley with Rainforest Flora. Now, for those of you that are not familiar with Rainforest Flora, I believe they're probably one of the largest Tillandsia growers around, specializing in air plants, Tillandsias, all kinds of wonderful, unique plants that, just kind of grow in trees. A lot of people do little crafts with them nowadays. You see them all over Pinterest.
Are you saying that they're epiphytic?
That they are epiphytic. Yeah. So he's going to be on, and we're going to talk about all of the fun stuff that goes along with growing them, because they had a recent disaster too. Part of their greenhouses were destroyed in the cedar fire that happened down here. Wow. And so they're rebuilding, and now they're up and running again from that. So excited to hear about that as well. Yeah.
I'm just typing away in the computer.
Good. Keeping us on the air.
Keeping us on the air, making sure we have good communication. 855-424-9825. That is the number to call if you want to give us a call. Talk to us the old-fashioned way. Biz Talk Radio, of course. John at GardenAmerica.com. What's going on at the nursery, Tiger? This is the middle of March.
Yeah, so we got in a whole slew of tomatoes from Tomato Mania. So there's a wide variety of tomatoes at the nursery right now. But I want to keep people also updated. You had asked me last week what the Veggie Pod was doing.
Right.
So there's a picture on Facebook right now.
Nice picture.
The seeds. I just start the seeds in little plastic containers and color packs and things like that. And the first to come up were some cilantro, some linaria, and I've got some other tomatoes that are going to get started in there and some other vegetables that haven't started yet. But the Veggie Pod is going to be planted out as soon as those get some good roots on them.
What kind of linaria?
The one that I did was the flamenco.
Yeah,
that's my favorite.
I know. It's like orange and purple, right?
Yeah, and it's such a great filler.
Yeah, and it's a good color combination.
Yeah. So that, and then you asked, and then last week we also gave everyone an update that our Scadoxis that John had given us as a Christmas present, I think it was a Christmas present, was starting to bud, and there's a picture of it now. Mine is not fully open, but it's opening, and there's a picture on Facebook of that. It looks really amazing.
I'll get a picture of mine so we can compare. Mine is really tall with another shoot coming up.
Oh, well, I go for quality of flower,
right, yeah.
Not necessarily.
I had nothing to do with it. I just looked outside, and there it was. But it's doing well. The rain obviously has helped most, if not all, plants.
And the weeds.
And yeah, the weeds, exactly. How's your weeding going, huh?
Oh, man.
There's weeds everywhere. I'm at my new property. I'm bulldozing them. It's the only way you can get rid of them.
You sure it's just not a misplaced flower, John?
Who was it? What was the quote?
About growing in rows or something?
Well, yeah, there was that quote, and then there was one, I think Luther Burbank said that a flower is an educated weed.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And then if we could just train weeds to grow in a row or grow straight or something, then they wouldn't be a weed. It would be nice to look at.
Well, that quote was that a weed is a plant that has learned all the necessary steps of survival except how to grow in rows.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. Now, I would imagine weeds have names, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're plants just like everything else.
But I mean,
like,
just kind of globally.
Like Susie? What do you mean?
No, here's what I mean.
They are plants in like I think what you're getting
exactly.
at. Okay, so for instance, the dandelion. The dandelion is actually an edible crop that you can grow as a food source, and you could grow as a plant that you would want to harvest, kind of a thing.
And
right?
what is the Latin name of the dandelion, John? I guess that's what I'm getting at.
People never learn those ones.
They never learn.
They're not important.
I know that. I have to think about it.
So that guess you're right.
I had a cousin that made dandelion wine one year in Michigan.
How was that?
Went in. She said it was a lot of work, and then when she tasted, she said it was disgusting.
Yeah, I would imagine.
I think it was with the flowers. I think she had to pick the flowers.
So one thing that's funny though in my yard. So you guys know I have a rabbit problem too. So I've got my area secured where my garden is, but this other area back is not secured. And that's where all the weeds are growing up. This is the one time, though, that I'm actually appreciating the rabbits because all the weeds are mowed down to the nub. Now, there are weeds that they don't eat, which is kind of a bummer, but the weeds that they do eat, they keep them nice and controlled.
I think that's very cool because we all know that you're a magician on the side and you need those rabbits.
Yeah.
Along with all the top hats that you use for your act. So that's good. And then John is really engaged right now with something at his computer screen.
I was looking up
the dandelion,
the genus for dandelion, which is Taraxacum.
See, I told you it was Taraxacum. See, I won that bet.
It always used to confuse me with Toxicodendron, which is the genus for poison ivy. So keep them separate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't want to plant one. And
one will tell you if you like butter, and the other one, you know how to do that, right? The dandelion thing?
No.
Butter?
So maybe it's a Midwest thing. You pick the flower and you put it under your chin.
Okay.
And if your chin turns yellow, it means you like butter.
What?
Okay, well, I remember as a kid, and we all did this on the various dandelions that had the little parachutes, and you'd blow on it.
Like the parachutes.
Right? And they would just fall like little parachute people.
You made a wish, and if you can blow them all off,
one time,
blow them all off in once, you got your wish true.
And then you got the dandelions with
the
yellow flowers, right? Those are pretty common in lawns.
Those are the same plant.
Are they the same one?
Yeah, the yellow flower is just what it looks like before it goes to seed.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Everything you wanted to know about dandelions.
Yeah.
But we're afraid to ask, and that's why we're here. On it.
Hey, I wanted to mention too, there's a lot of talk for us in California. You know, I'm not sure the other parts of the country yet, but the super blooms that are happening right now, up in our mountains and our foothills, there's lots of wonderful wildflowers that occur.
Because of the rain?
Because of the rain this year, they're more dominant than ever before. And so it's really amazing. A lot of people are going and visiting them. And it's a great thing that I think that happens because I think people need to be reintroduced to these ideas that nature can provide a lot of beauty. And I think that people like in Colorado and other parts of the country where they do have this, I think, on a more regular basis, and even back east where they have this on a regular basis, they get kind of, oh yeah, it happens every year and it's nice. But for California, it doesn't happen every year because not every year do we get 20 inches of rain. And so, you know, this is an amazing thing for us and it's cool.
It happened 2 years in a row.
Yeah, which is really rare because then we had 7 years of drought before that.
Right.
So, you know, it's kind of neat. And it's going to be, I think, more amazing if it happens next year because all these flowers went to seed.
Yeah,
it's
right.
Exactly. Bigger. It just grows.
Well, the painted lake migration is heavy because of the super bloom. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. Talk about that when we come back.
Yeah, let's do that. We're still in the midst of getting a hold of our guest. Should not be a problem. Stick with us. It is 60 minutes after the hour. I'm Bryan Main. He's John Bagnasco, Tiger Palafox. It is Garden America. Our studio coordinator this morning is Brandon, doing a good job, taking a break, coming right back.
This is gardening expert Melinda Myers. Keeping the environment in mind, I recommend Milorganite slow-release nitrogen fertilizer for all your growing needs. From plants to people, active growth requires energy, nutrients, and a balanced diet. Nutrient-rich Milorganite feeds the soil and plants for up to 10 weeks. The non-burning, non-leaching formula provides a slow and consistent flow of nutrients. Trust the fertilizer, proven effective for over 90 years. Milorganite for better results. Visit Milorganite.com for a garden center near you.
Looking for a safe and natural organic fertilizer for your yard and garden? Fertilome is now offering natural and organic fertilizers for all your fertilizing needs. Roses, flowers, vegetables, herbs, fruit trees, palms, and more. Natural Guard organic fertilizers are a certified listed product for organic use and safe to use around your family and pets. Always read the label and ask for Natural Guard by Fertilome Organic Fertilizers at Dixie Line Lumber or your favorite independent nursery. Make your piece of the planet a healthier place to live by using Natural Guard by Fertilome.
Do you have a car, truck, van, or SUV you're not using? You can donate your unwanted vehicle to Patriotic Hearts to help our veterans. You'll get a tax deduction for your donation. In today's troubled world, our USA Armed Forces stand ready to protect you, your family, and our American way of life. When veterans return to civilian life, they deserve your recognition and support. You can help put vets to work by donating your car, truck, van, or SUV. Donation will directly support programs to help vets find jobs or even start their own business. Donate today. Fast free pickup of your vehicle, running or not. Operators are standing by to answer questions about making a tax-deductible vehicle donation. Call 800-330-2462 for 24-hour response. Again, 800-330-2462. 800-330 2462.
Do you owe $10,000 or more on at least 2 federal student loans? Then you may qualify for new programs offered by the Department of Education. These programs can reduce your interest, lower your payments, and possibly qualify you for loan forgiveness. If you have $10,000 or more and at least 2 federal student loans and currently not in school, you may qualify for one of these programs. Call now to check your eligibility. Student loan advisors are standing by to help you determine if you qualify for these new programs. They can help you reduce your interest, lower your payment, and even forgive a portion of your student loan debt. Take control of your financial future. Make this free 5-minute free call now to Nationwide Student Loans and learn how you can reduce your student loan debt.
800-439-1588, 800-439-1588, 800-439-1588, 800-439-1588.
Due to an upturn in the economy, Main Street Business Loans has pre-approved the release of millions of dollars in small business funding. Your business may already be pre-approved to receive up to $250,000. We've sent out millions of pre-approval letters. We see the economy growing, and our underwriters believe now is the time to invest in your business so you can grow faster and make more money. Prepared to give you up to $250,000 to do it. Your funds can be available in 5 days. There are no application fees, no annual fees, just quick access to up to $250,000. If your business did not receive your approval letter to get up to $250,000, call Main Street Business Loans Approval Desk now.
800-430-7570, 800-430-7570, 800-430-7570. That's 800-430-7570.
Missed an episode of your favorite show? No worries. Catch all the episodes on demand at biztalkradio.com.
Welcome back to the Garden America radio show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or John at gardenamerica.com.
That's right, John at gardenamerica.com or Facebook Live. I see we've got a question maybe we can answer quickly, Tiger, if you take a look at that. Our guest is also ready to go. We've got to do the quote of the week. My goodness, we forgot about the quote of the week.
I'll answer the question. It was Michelle, and she asked, what can I do about the worms, the green worms eating my bougainvillea? And the green worms eating your bougainvillea can be solved by Natural Guard has a product out called spinosad soap. And then also BT, Bacillus
thuringiensis.
Thuringiensis.
I was close.
Both of those products are good for any kind of chewing insects, and which involves worms, and that would be good on your bougainvillea. Now, Michelle, it also is amazing that you do have worms on your bougainvillea right now, because normally they'd be gone at this point in time. It's too cold, but obviously you're in an area where they've able to survive the winter and they're still chewing away. But get rid of them now, because they're just going to keep getting worse and worse.
She might just be seeing the damage from last fall and just thinking they're there now. But it
But
doesn't hurt
still,
to prevent them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, both of those products don't hurt.
John, the quote or paragraph for the week.
It's a simple quote.
Okay.
It's from Sitting Bull, one of your favorite people.
Who doesn't love Sitting Bull?
That's right. And, spring's next week, right?
Yes.
So I thought this was a great quote. It says, "Behold, my friends, the spring is come. The earth has gladly received the embraces of the sun, and we shall soon see the results of love."
I wonder what that sounded like in his native language. Okay, we're all covered. We've got
All
Facebook Live, questions, comments, John at gardenamerica.com, 855-424-9825. Brandon is our director, studio coordinator, keeping us on the air. Let's go to our guest, Tiger.
All right. So this morning we have Paul Isley with Rainforest Flora, and an expert in epiphytes, as John had mentioned before, Tillandsias, air plants, weird looking things hanging from trees. I don't know. It goes by all kinds of other names, I'm sure. But once we start to describe them, I'm sure everybody will know what we're talking about.
I really don't think weird things hanging from trees is an official name, though.
But it's a good way to describe it. Hey, I work in retail, and you would be amazed what people come in with descriptions of plants.
You know those weird things that
exactly.
they hang on the trees. What do you call them? And you're like, I need more information, please.
I'm sure Paul agrees with me. Paul, good morning. How are you?
It's nice to see we're having so much fun, right?
Absolutely.
I love you guys. Hey. Okay, so Tillandsia actually comes from a Finnish botanist named Elias Tillandsias, who died in 1693, and it was named by Linnaeus himself in 1737. And it's hard for people to read Tillandsia. The middle of the word is land, which is easy enough, and then you've got a T-I-L in the front and an S-I-A in the back. So that's Tillandsia, and it's a genus in the bromeliad family, which includes the pineapple. And it is often referred to as, they're often referred to as air plants. It's the easy way for a lot of people to say the word, but they are true epiphytes. They need no soil. They can grow in the air on just by themselves, or you can affix them, glue them to anything, and as long as they get light and water, they grow.
Yeah, and a lot of get this misconception that they just are left alone and you just kind of allow them to be, but for you, Paul, with such a background in you growing them, that's anything but. There's a care involved in different things. Tell us a little bit about Rainforest Flora and what you guys do as a company.
Well, I was originally I just couldn't believe plants like that could be real. A friend of mine had them hanging in a patio, and they just looked like they were from outer space or the bottom of the ocean, and there was no dirt, and I just couldn't figure that out, So, and strange things, and so that got me interested. And then a few years after I got out of school, and I wanted to try and start a business, I didn't have any money, and I liked the plants a lot, and I looked around and noticed that no one had ever really tried to sell them to the public before. So in 1974, a buddy of mine and I Jeep Wagoneer, and we drove down to Cabo San Lucas. We ferried over to Puerto Vallarta. We drove all around Mexico and the Yucatan Peninsula and through Belize and down into Tikal and into Guatemala City. And then when I came back from that, I took some of the plants that we had sent back, and I started gluing them on little pieces of driftwood that I found and selling them at the Rose Bowl swap meet. That's how it started 45 years ago.
Wow.
Wow.
That's quite a trip through Mexico, too. All those countries and places that you mentioned. My goodness, huh?
Yeah. What the combination of it, I don't usually ever say this, but the first night in Guatemala City, this other guy and I got grabbed off the streets and put in the jail, and the prison there. And we didn't do anything wrong. And I ended up spending 2.5 weeks in there. And boy, did I learn a lot about life.
I
was going to say, yeah, that's like that TV series, Locked Up Abroad.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, there were no runs in the prison, thankfully.
So, hey, Paul, I got a question. Since you have such a deep background in these, and I kind of feel, things with our industry and every industry go through these waves. And, the time that you brought these in, I think was the time when houseplants were popular and, that driftwood look and the macrame was kind of popular too. So it kind of fit, I think, with what a lot of people were doing. And then things changed, and now I feel they're kind of making this reappearance, and with the interest of Pinterest and all this DIY crafts and all of these things, are you seeing a big influx, or has it always been like a steady climb? What's going on in the market for you?
Well, it's very interesting. That's a good question, Tiger. The plants, you're exactly right. When I think about the leather and the pottery and the macrame and all that stuff from back in the 70s, that brings back a lot of memories. But, that a lot of the plants are very modern looking. Mm-hmm. And for people who don't want a lot of clutter in their place, their apartment, their house, they're very modern looking. They're super easy to take care of, which we'll get to in a little bit. Mm-hmm. And there's just a huge variety of shapes, colors, and sizes that people can use to decorate whatever they want to decorate, So it's really just kind of starting, I think, in terms of their popularity. They're the basic dozen types that come out of nature, come out of the other countries and stuff. But there are so many different kinds that are so interesting and beautiful in their own right. And the availability of them isn't really great because they take years to produce from seeds. So it's a process that we go through. But over time, more and more will be available of more and more different shapes, colors, and sizes. And I see that, for myself, I think someday they'll be the most popular plants on Earth.
Yeah.
Because so many people are urbanizing. They're living in smaller places and more centralized places all over the world. And you can take these and make a statement about you very easily. And you can decorate an item. An item can decorate, can go with the plant to make a really interesting looking piece.
All right. Hey, we're going to have to take a break. But Paul, when we get back, let's go ahead and go over the how to take care of the Tillandsias 101 for people and what people need to know when they get their own.
And while we have Paul on the air with us, give us a shout. You want to ask a question, make a comment. Facebook, probably the quickest way to get a response. You can also call us, and Brandon will get you on the air, 855-424-9825, or, of course, John at gardenamerica.com. Bryan, Maine, John Bagnasco, Tiger Palafox, coming back.
Whether you travel for business, vacations, weekend breakaways, romantic interludes, or family adventures, you'll learn about unique destinations and tips to make your travel smooth, efficient, hassle-free, and inspirational. Stephanie Abrams.
Hi, this is Stephanie Abrams. Enjoy our fast-paced show traveling from beaches to mountaintops, cities to fairy tale castles, whether you're traveling for business or adventure. So pack your bags and join us.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right. General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for under $30. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet under $30,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100-foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait.
Call 800-605-5370. 800-605-5370. Call 800-605-5370.
Attention all authors. Page Publishing is looking for authors. Have you written a book and want to get it published? Page Publishing will get your book into bookstores and for sale online at Amazon, Apple iTunes, and other outlets. They handle all aspects of the publishing process for you. Printing, cover art, publicity, copyright, and editing. Call 800-557-6095 now for your free author submission kit. That's 800-557-6095 for your free author submission kit. Again, call 800-557-6095.
Does your water stain and damage your fixtures? Does it smell or taste bad? Are you worried about what's in your water? Water quality should not be painful and worrisome. Get HydroCare water systems from Wave Home Solutions with the most advanced purification technologies. Call Wave Home Solutions today at 1-888-989-WAVE or go to wavewater411.com. HydroCare will eliminate limescale that causes hundreds of dollars in damage to pipes and appliances without using salt. Well water will no longer smell or stain your fixtures. City water will be purified of harmful chlorine, lead, arsenic, and chemicals. Wave Home Solutions provides the cleanest, healthiest water at every faucet. Satisfaction guaranteed. For more information, call 1-888-989-WAVE, 1-888-989-WAVE, or go to wavewater411.com. That's wavewater411.com.
Wave Home Solutions for a healthy, comfortable home.
This message is sponsored by AmeriGlide, featuring the nation's best prices on a home stair lift. Are you having a difficult time getting around your home? Do you avoid going up and down the stairs? Have you even considered moving from your lifelong home just to avoid the stairs? Forget about moving and call AmeriGlide and learn how an easy-to-install stair lift is the perfect solution to help you get your freedom back. Plus, we guarantee the nation's best prices. Make this free Call today to learn more. No sales visits are necessary. We can help you over the phone. Now you can stay in the home you've been in for decades. Please do yourself, loved one a favor. Make this simple 2-minute call right now. Get the lowest price on a stair lift anywhere. Here's the number: 800-886-7342. 800-886-7342. 800-886-7342. That's 800-886-7342.
I can't get my computer to work.
Let me help you with that.
How'd you do that?
I just got techie with Geeks on Site.
Our geeks literally come on site. No need to stop what you're doing or block off time. We come to your home, office, or wherever you are. And we don't just fix whatever computer issues you might be having. We explain and teach you along the way so you can feel empowered and then help others at home or in your office. Better yet, don't have time for tech support to come to you? Let's remote into your desktop or laptop, and one of our geeks will instantly walk you through. Call 1-800-584-9039, and we will help you instantly. We offer affordable prices on our remote services and IT support. You and those in your office will never have to wait hours to have your technical questions answered. Get your free computer diagnosis today with your very own geek. Call 1-800-584-9039. That's 1-800-584-9039. And get started now.
Watch some of your favorite shows on Biz TV. Check to see if you get Biz TV by going to biztv.com. And now back to Biz Talk Radio.
Welcome back to the Garden America Radio Show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. 9825 or John at gardenamerica.com.
It is 35 minutes after the hour. Yes, we are back indeed. America, Bryan Main, John Bagnasco, Tiger Palafox. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your support, questions, comments. 855-424-9825. John at gardenamerica.com. Facebook Live. We are back to you and our guest, and a comment somebody made on Facebook.
Yeah, we're talking with Paul Isley with Rainforest Flora. And Paul, just to give you there's some chatter going on our Facebook Live feed. And one of our listeners, Kathy from Neyland, was talking about how she as well grows Tillandsias on driftwood and then also grows them in seashells and does little decorations with them. So it's always fun to know that what we're talking about is also what people are doing.
It's hitting home with people.
But Paul, before we went to the break, I kind of teased people and said that we would give them a little bit of Tillandsia 101. So tell us about, where they need to be kept, how they should be watered, and are there any other tips that you may have for people?
Yes, the care of the plants is actually quite easy once you understand how they work. And but before we get into that, just as a quick sidebar, you mentioned the seashells. Folks, be careful not to stick the plant down in the hole of a seashell or any other thing where the base of the plant doesn't have access to a lot of air. Because if it gets wet, if you water the plant and the base of it is wet and it's down in somewhere where the water doesn't dry out quickly, the plant doesn't dry out quickly, they can rot pretty easily.
Okay.
So it's better to put them on the surface of a shell, or if it goes in the hole, don't water it. Let it stay there for a while, and then when you do water it, have it go somewhere else. Okay, so for the basic care of the plants indoors, they want to be in a place that gets lots of bright light, and and that's it. I take them out, I turn them upside down a couple seconds and put them back, and April will be 5 years. And they're doing great. They flowered longer, but I don't think it's necessary. And of course, everyone's conditions in their house can vary from someone else. So, I have average conditions, what I consider to be average humidity, about 50%. And, and obviously it doesn't freeze or anything like that. So that's a fine way to care for them as far as I go. Now, if you're in an area where you use air conditioning or central heating and the air is a lot drier, then I would suggest putting some water around in a tray or other plants, or just to have water around to help take the edge off the dryness of the air. Or 3 times a week or something like that, but you have to use common sense. The big telltale sign for Tillandsias if the plants are drying out is for most, the edges of the leaves will curl up towards each other. They'll look pinched. And when you see that starting to happen, that's telling you that I haven't been watered frequently enough. Fortunately, you can take the plant, you can put it underwater overnight, and it will rehydrate. And you're right back to where you should be. It's one of the most amazing things about these plants.
Hey, Paul, quick question on the water. Is there any benefit to whether you're going to use distilled water or is tap water just fine? You know, I mean...
Or do you ever add any water-soluble fertilizer to the water?
To that water.
Yes, good questions. The distilled water is so pure that it will suck nutrients out of the plant. To put a teeny bit of fertilizer in the water to prevent that from happening. If you have good water like they have in New York, that's fine. If you have lousy water like we have in California, very hard water, pH of 8 point something, then you're better off getting a container with a lid so the water doesn't evaporate. Fill it with bottled drinking water. This year with a lot of rainwater, and you can use that. If you have a filter on your sink, you can use that. But if you have a container with bottled drinking water, you can use that. And you just dunk them in that and put the lid back on, and that's it. You know, so that's easy.
Okay.
And as far as fertilizer goes, you know, it isn't the biggest thing. If you have one or two plants, I would go out and buy fertilizer. Plus, most fertilizers have a nitrogen is what promotes foliar growth, so they can't use that. You need a nitrogen that's ammoniacal or nitrate, not urea-based. And if you put a teeny pinch of that in water, well, then that's a good thing. But if you don't do anything and you just use the water, you're good for a very, very long time. You know, light is most of the food source or the photosynthetic source for. You can put them in a shoebox for a month, and they'll be okay.
Wow.
But eventually, they like bright light.
Now, I know that some of these bloom. I mean, I think maybe all of them bloom. But is there
how
like
plants reproduce themselves, Tiger?
Well, not ferns.
During the break, I'll explain this all to you.
Not ferns, you know. But you know, is there a way to make them bloom, or are there certain ones that you know? You mentioned light. Sometimes you know plants require a certain amount of light to bloom, and sometimes they require a certain amount of darkness to bloom. Are Tillandsias similar to that, or are they different?
Yeah, light is what plants need. Most plants need to be strong enough to be able to produce an inflorescence. You know, the flowering process. There's two fundamental pigments in plants. There's chlorophyll, which is green, which they use to photosynthesize. There's cyanin, which is the red side, which is what they use to do their flowers to attract the animal pollinators. All Tillandsias, all bromeliads. As a matter of fact, I think pretty much all plants on Earth, with the exception of ferns and cycads and conifers, flower. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it's a very successful strategy. Plants have to get pollinated by a particular animal pollinator. For Tillandsias, most of them are pollinated in nature by hummingbirds. If you like hummingbirds, you hang them outside, they come into bloom, the hummingbirds will be all over them.
Wow.
Those that are fragrant, and there's about a dozen of them that are fragrant, are pollinated in nature by moths and butterflies.
You know, Paul, you just mentioned if you like hummingbirds, you can hang them outside to attract hummingbirds, but that brings up the question. Southern California is probably a good climate for a lot of Tillandsias, but are there tropical species that would not survive our winters, or can pretty much any Tillandsia be put outdoors?
As long as it doesn't freeze, at least all the ones we have will be fine.
Good.
You know, I've always been in the philosophy, if the plant wants to die, well, that's your fault. You're out of here. I try to saying that tongue in cheek, but we try to stay away from plants that are more tender. There are many that come from high altitudes or different conditions that we don't really have in soil. And those that we have are those that, and there are hundreds of different kinds. There's almost unlimited, but they are the tougher ones that, and almost all of them are tough anyway. You know, almost all of them are, but they'll take a broad spectrum of different condition parameters and either do really well or last for a really long time.
You know, you mentioned there's a lot of different kinds of Tillandsias, and I was joking with Tiger during the break about the commercials that tell you to invest in silver and how you're, that you have the potential of making money. And I have a great library, and years ago I invested in Paul's book on Tillandsias when it first came out, and I was showing Tiger that if you want one today, you can go to Amazon and get a new copy for like $230, but it does include shipping.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, Tiger, because you know, 300 pages. And I wanted a way for people to really learn about the plants. The internet hadn't happened yet. And this was a great way for people to learn about the plants. And then eventually it sold out in the early 90s. And then you're right, you know, the internet came in and they got to be worth hundreds of bucks a piece and all of that. And, but it took so much out of me to do it that I just, that was the worst thing in the world, was to have to do it again. I so OD'd on that. So finally in 2010, different Adobe applications and stuff, you know, Photoshop and InDesign and things like that, it got to be so it really wasn't so hard. And I already had foundation there from the first book. So yes, I redid it. It came out, and now it is available, and I like it a bit better. There's a lot more color pictures, and you know, obviously the second time around you learn from the first time.
Yeah.
So, you know, now it's out there. It's $72. So for what it is, I don't think that's bad at all.
No, not at all. Hey, so Paul, thank you very much for joining us this weekend. A lot of great info. Rainforest Flora. Now, do you guys have a retail location up there, or do you guys strictly wholesale?
Well, we're 98% wholesale, and one of the neat things about the air plants is because there is no soil, if you don't have bugs, you can ship them all over the world. So we ship a lot of them around the world, especially to Asia, and that's really neat. But we do have an amazing retail facility in Torrance. We have 2 growing nurseries in North County, San Diego, but our big retail area is in Torrance on Hawthorne Boulevard. And if you Google, Rainforest Flora, you go to our website, then all the information is there to basically do whatever you want to do.
Great. Paul, thank you so much. We're going to take a hard break. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you again down the line. And again, much appreciated. Take care.
Natural organic fertilizer for your yard and garden? Fertilome is now offering natural and organic fertilizers for all your fertilizing needs. Roses, flowers, vegetables, herbs, fruit trees, palms, and more. Natural Guard organic fertilizers are a certified listed product for organic use and safe to use around your family and pets. Always read the label and ask for Natural Guard by Fertilome Organic Fertilizers at Dixie Line Lumber or your favorite independent nursery. Make your piece of the planet a healthier place to live by using Natural Guard by Fertilome.
Hi, this is gardening expert Melinda Myers. Keeping the environment in mind, I recommend Milorganite slow-release nitrogen fertilizer for all your growing needs. From plants to people, active growth requires energy, nutrients, and a balanced diet. Nutrient Milorganite feeds the soil and plants for up to 10 weeks. The non-burning, non-leaching formula provides a slow and consistent flow of nutrients. Trust the fertilizer, proven effective for over 90 years. Milorganite for better results. Visit Milorganite.com for a garden center near you.
If you're suffering from hearing loss, stay tuned for a special offer from the makers of Listen Clear, a revolutionary hearing aid breakthrough designed by top audio engineers to fit your ear almost invisibly. Right now, you can try Listen Clear hearing aids absolutely free for 45 days. You can also qualify for free. Listen Clear hearing aids are so lightweight and comfortable, you can wear them all day long. They're practically invisible too, so others won't even notice you're wearing them. And the best part is, you'll be able to hear almost everything, everywhere. So do something about your hearing loss. Call Listen Clear now to get started with your 45-day risk-free hearing aid trial. This special offer won't be available for long, so call Listen Clear now.
800-716-4650. 800-716-4650. 800-716-4650. We're here 24 hours a day to help. That's 800-716-4650.
Life insurance is one of those things that just about everybody, but few people actually have. If you die unexpectedly without life insurance, guess what? You'll leave your family with even a bigger mess. Life insurance replace your family's income. It'll help cover burial expenses. Life insurance can even help pay off debt like credit cards and medical bills. Life insurance can even pay for college. And if you own a business and you die, life insurance can help your business from collapsing. It can even help cover estate taxes. Life insurance has never been more affordable and needed. Plus, you can always shop around even if you have a plan and save some money. So call the Life Insurance Quote Line right now for free pricing information.
800-915-9658. 800-915-9658. 800-915-9658. That's 800-915-9658.
If you suffer from heartburn or other digestive-related disorders, then there is a new, safe, better, and natural alternative to better digestive wellness and heartburn relief. Praxid not only provides relief of heartburn, but Praxid takes a 360-degree approach to support better digestion, protect you from harmful bacteria, and also balance your stomach to improve digestive functions.
We like to think of it as the multivitamin of digestive health.
It's the only product to combine all natural ingredients known for the digestive health properties into a single patented product. Praxid also comes in easy-to-carry packs. Praxid relieves, restores, and maintains a healthy digestive system. Praxid is available here for only $39.95. Shipping and handling is free, and your money back is guaranteed.
To take advantage of this special radio offer, call now. 1-800-829-5685. That's 1-800-829-5685. 1-800-829-5685.
National Funding Group has just released $100 million in easy access small business funding to businesses that gross at least $100,000 a year. You can have fast access up to $500,000 in new business capital in as little as 48 hours. Think about the ways you could grow your business if you had up to a $500,000 cash infusion. Call an NFG funding expert now. The process is easy. It only takes about 5 minutes. Then our management-owned lending team looks at your application for a fast approval. You can get 100% funded in about 2 days. If you need up to $500,000 in working capital to run your business and you gross at least $100,000 a year, call NFG and apply today. 800-296-1564. 800-296-1564. 800-296-1564. That's 800-296-1564.
From Main Street to Wall Street, we have the business content you need. So sit back, take notes, and tell your friends about Biz Talk Radio.
Welcome back to the Garden America Radio Show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or John at gardenamerica.com.
It is our final segment, hour number 1, right here on your Saturday. And for those of you on the East Coast, practically Saturday afternoon, welcome once again. It is 855-424-9825. Want to pick up the phone, questions, comments, John at gardenamerica.com, and of course, Facebook Live. Now, a little tip here on Facebook Live. If you ever see your screen freeze up for a second or two, just give it a shot. If it doesn't come back, then just log on again, and it'll come right back again. We've at least got that down to somewhat of a science.
Yeah.
So if it does freeze up, you can just log back on again. It should be fine, or just give it a couple of minutes and then click it again, and you should be fine. Little Facebook tip. A face tip. A face tip.
Do you have any Tillandsias, Brian?
I don't. I wish I did.
Yeah.
I like things that don't require dirt.
Yeah. Do you have any Tillandsias?
That I've
John?
seen recently?
No, do you own any?
I know, but that I've seen recently.
That you've seen.
I got it.
Well, I have some that are, I think, in my ficus tree.
Uh-huh.
But I haven't looked. Maybe
To
it's
see
been a
if they're
couple
up there.
years, but I'm sure they're there. Because right near the ficus tree, I have a dendrobium, is it superbum? Growing on a log, which,
okay.
You know, a lot of orchids are also epiphytic.
Yes.
And because of all the rain this year, I think I counted like 9 flower spikes coming out. I have to take a picture. That's pretty awesome when it's in bloom.
You said that most orchids are epiphytic, right?
Epiphytic.
Yeah.
Does that mean they don't care? Or they're just, either way, they're just kind of...
Not apathetic.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Epiphytic.
Either way, right?
Whatever.
They could care less. Well, every orchid that I've had has been
Yeah.
Whoever did manage to get down
There's
there.
an orchid event coming up, I think maybe this weekend here in San Diego. The Orchid Society puts on a show every year. I think it is this weekend. This weekend or next week.
The Black Orchid.
Not the one with the Scottish Rite. That's usually earlier, isn't it?
No, it's
I think it's coming
this
up
weekend.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think so. It's just down the street, John.
If I wasn't moving, I would go because I usually go and buy a bunch of orchids and then slowly torture them to death.
And let them all die off.
Yeah.
We have a question from Rick, but before we get to the question, Rick, I wanted to say, I'm working on this thing for my house where it's a staghorn.
Yeah.
And I want to do Tillandsias kind of around it, and it's going to be this whole kind of thing, and I want to throw in a couple of Phalaenopsis into it.
And where are you going to put the staghorn?
It's going to be on a wall. It's going to be on a wall in this covered patio that I have.
Okay.
You think it's going to be warm enough for the Phalaenopsis?
Yeah, I have actually Phalaenopsis out there in pots, and they do fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's also got one of those restaurant heaters.
It's on this wall that actually is against our house, so that it radiates heat from the house,
Right.
and it's fine. But I can't. On one hand, I really think it's a cool idea, but then on the other hand, I'm kind of like, is it too
out there?
Yeah. I
Go,
don't know.
I say
I'll
go
see.
for it.
Yeah.
Go. Why not? Why not? What do you, I mean? So
yeah,
what?
no, really, why not? For me, I mean,
I mean,
these things I get plants all the time, so it's kind of fun to be able to just do whatever I feel like doing with it and trying it out. Kind of like John. I mean, he's like, oh, try it out, see what happens.
Tried, yeah. Here's a hibiscus. See how well it does.
Yeah.
Rick, I feel really bad about
Before
that.
you get to Rick,
Yeah.
Maureen wanted to know when we were talking on the Tillandsias if you would dry them upside down, after they've been watered. Because if they're right side up, water can stay in the base and rot. So I don't know if you would necessarily have to hang them upside down to dry, but
you could.
You might just shake it a little bit and then put it back.
Yeah, it all depends on the humidity,
Right.
like you're saying. Like if it stays wet, you'd have to do that. But
Right. And then Kathy wanted to know if you could add a little HB 101 to the water, and I think that would be great.
I don't see any problem.
I don't
with
think
that either.
there's ever a time when you shouldn't add HB 101 to anything. Hey, by the way, we'll get an update on my buddy. I gave him the HB 101
Oh, yeah, the
and some
palms.
Milorganite and told him, what to do, how to water it in. And I said, and then check back in about 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe inside of a month.
Did you ever, the cuttings I gave you on the Tradescantia,
Yes.
did you say those are in soil now?
Yes, they are.
And they're growing?
One is.
One is?
One is.
What's the other one doing?
Laying down.
Why didn't you
resting?
put them in the same pot?
I did put them in the same pot.
okay.
It's just not. The one's doing very well.
Right.
But I think I waited too long. I remember you gave them to me. I put them in the patio, and it took me a couple of weeks before I put them in the soil. But they're doing fine. They look good. I'll take a picture.
Yeah, well, the weather's warm now, so
Yeah.
things are going to start
I'm
growing
just
like
hoping. I'm
crazy.
going to go and scrape that hibiscus when I get home and see if I can see any green at all. At all. Oh.
You have certain plants, bamboo, hibiscus, that doesn't matter how many you get, you just kill them.
Now wait a second. This is the first hibiscus.
Yeah.
And it was very, very, very cold. Okay. You got a lot of rainwater.
What about the bamboo, though? You killed every bamboo I ever gave you.
The bamboo committed suicide.
Yeah.
I didn't
He
kill it.
totally jumped off the patio.
Actually, what's funny was you gave me a bamboo, and then there was another one in there, a host of something else.
There were spider plants in the bottom.
Well, they're living.
Spider plants. Roundup doesn't even kill them.
And they're doing well. You saw the ficus is doing well. I think I'm probably batting about 900.
My son was telling me yesterday that a friend of his had an orchard of guava. And he said that he's cut them at the base. He's weed-eated, trying to get them, and they just keep coming back.
Up.
And
Loquat or guava?
Guava.
Mm,
And the only
loquat,
thing
I
that
see.
has stopped him is stump grinding. But other than that, they just, he said even if you dig them out, they come back.
They come back. That's crazy. I didn't think that.
I know, I didn't either, and they're tropical guava.
Rick.
Yeah.
Let's answer Rick's question.
Okay.
He was asking a question for his wife who has an African violet and is getting leggy. African violet getting leggy.
Yeah, that happens when they don't have enough light.
Wow.
That's and it's, how people, if you are an African violet aficionado, it means that you're getting close to 100. But the perfect African violet is flat and
Right.
the flowers stick up. And the way that you get them like that is by overhead lights, fluorescent lights within 12 inches of the plant. And that makes the leaves spread out. If you don't have that and they're just near a natural source of light, the leaves are going to stretch out and bend towards the light. So you need as much light as possible. And then also...
And consistent, because like you say, if the light moves,
Right.
they get all wonky looking.
And if African violet's not blooming, 99% of the time it's because not enough light.
Yeah.
Okay, the music means hour number 1 is over. We've got news coming up on many of these Biz Talk affiliates, so hang with us. Hour number 2 coming up at 6 minutes after. Good afternoon to our friends on the East Coast. Again, Facebook Live, we pick up the action 6 minutes after. And, of course, John at GardenAmerica.com. Questions, comments, 855-424-9825. Or Facebook Live with Bryan Main, John Bagnasco at Tiger Palafox. We're going to take a 6-minute break. We're coming back. Stay with us.
Listen on the go. Download the Biz Talk Radio app. Available on iOS, Android, and BlackBerry. Biz Talk Radio. The opinions you hear on Biz Talk Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests, and do not necessarily reflect those of this station, Biz Talk Radio, its management, or advertisers. The information on Biz Talk Radio does not constitute a recommendation, offer, or solicitation to buy or sell any product or service. If you have any questions about Biz Talk Radio, contact us at 817-274-1609 or at biztalkradio.com. This is Biz Talk Radio, America's home.
USA Radio News with Tim Berg.
A busy Saturday for the 2020 candidates who are trying to unseat President Trump as they hit the campaign trail. 4 candidates are crisscrossing Iowa, including Robert O'Rourke.
And I think my experience, the way in which I've served, the way in which I've campaigned in Texas, what I'm learning from you here in Iowa leads me to be able to help lead this country at its moment of truth.
New Zealand's prime minister says Friday's deadly attack on 2 mosques can only be described as a terrorist attack. 3 people have been arrested and 1 man has been charged with murder. At least 49 people were killed and many others were wounded in the mass shooting. Thousands of folks wearing green are descending on Chicago this weekend to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. The festivities all began with the dyeing of the Chicago River green. The St. Patrick's Day parade is set to begin soon, and New Yorkers already had their chance as their parade was earlier Saturday. This is USA Radio News.
Do you wish you could get better sleep and maybe lose a few pounds? Maybe more than a few pounds? Well, there's this product called Calotren that helps with both sleep and weight loss. Just listen to what people are saying about it.
I've been taking Calotren for right about 3 months, and I've lost 24 pounds and 19 overall inches. But my sleep has improved. I have so much energy, and I have the desire to succeed more than ever. Anyone who needs weight loss, more energy, and better sleep, this product really does deliver.
Hi, I'm Roger. Over the 3 months that I took the product, my sleeping habits are increasingly much better. I got a better night's sleep, and I just can't say enough about the product and how it makes you feel. Also, additionally lost a little bit of weight on the program as well.
Hi, this is Erin, I take Calotren for weight loss. I've lost about 20 pounds, and I feel great.
Calotren is scientifically proven to help with sleep and weight loss safely and effectively. Check it out at toploss.com. That's toploss.com.
Anyone applying for a job needs to be very careful about who they use as a reference. Here's USA Radio Network's Chris Barnes.
That's the advice from account temps following a survey it conducted that determined that references carry as much weight in the American hiring process as anything else. In fact, of the nearly 3,000 managers surveyed, about a third of them said they did pass on hiring people after checking references. Managers suggest offering references before the prospective employer even requests them, and always ask contacts in advance prior to using them as a reference. And you should send a thank you note to everyone who agrees to be a reference for you.
Saturday night's Powerball jackpot is one of the top 10 in U.S. history, with the jackpot approaching $500 million. Now, if you were to take the cash option, you would get just over $300 million. The drawing is set for Saturday night just before 11 o'clock Eastern Time. This is USA Radio News.
Mike Lindell, the creator of MyPillow, is a sleep genius. He creates things to make your night's sleep better. He created the new Giza Dreams bed sheets. He started by using the world's best cotton grown in the Mediterranean, and it's ultra soft, breathable, and extremely durable. Now, if you go to mypillow.com, use promo code USA when you click on the Giza Dream Sheet Special, you get 30% off and free shipping. 30% off and free shipping when you go to mypillow.com.
Former Vice President Joe Biden gave his strongest hints yet that he's running for president at a firefighters conference in Washington, D.C. After 2016, when Hillary Clinton lost the Electoral College to President Trump but won the popular vote, many Democrats have been pushing for changing things to make things go to where we would count the popular vote for the election. I had a chance to sit down and chat with Victor Davis Hanson, and he doesn't think this will be happening anytime soon.
No, it has to have. It would be a constitutional amendment, and it would need three-quarters. We passed the Congress, and it would need three-quarters of the states. It's just not going to happen. And the reason that they're doing that is because the left waged their electoral comeback on the idea that they could bring in millions of people from south of the border who came from socialist or failed government paradigms. And when they would get here, either they would be naturalized or vote maybe with a wink and nod, or their children would be second generation. And they could flip formerly purple or even red states blue. And it worked pretty well with California. It will never be red in my lifetime again. But believe me, if Trump had won the popular vote and had lost the Electoral College, and many people thought that was possible, they would now be praising the Electoral College to the skies, that it was the only barrier between demagoguery and constitutional stability.
And please do remember, you can always find us online at usaradio.com for USA Radio News. I'm Tim Berg.
Greece is cheap.
But the airfare costs a fortune.
Paris?
Not much closer, and again, airfare...
What about Puerto Vallarta?
Let's face it, flying anywhere is just too expensive.
Wait, what's this? Low-cost airlines.
With one call to low-cost airlines, you'll drastically slash your travel costs. We're talking insanely low airline prices to any of your favorite destinations. Where would you like to go? London, Rome, Costa Rica, Australia?
Wow, that's cheap.
So why wait? Call now to learn how crazy cheap it is to fly anywhere in the U.S. or international. Our prices are so low, we can't publish them. The only way to get them is to call to instantly hear the most amazing best deals on airline travel. It's that easy. So call now and start packing.
800-217-5107. 800-217-5107. 800-217-5107. That's 800-217-5107.
Welcome to the Garden America Show, the country's most listened to gardening program. This is your chance to join us as we talk about gardening, horticulture, landscaping, in fact, anything that has to do with the world of gardening. The phone lines are open right now at 1-855-424-9825. That's 1-855-424-9825 for your questions and comments. Or John at gardenamerica.com. And if you're watching us on Facebook Live, you can also post questions and comments right there on our page during the broadcast. Now, here's Bryan Main, John Bagnasco, and Tiger Palafox on the Garden America Radio and Media Network.
And welcome to hour number 2. If you've been with us since the beginning of the first hour, thank you for hanging in there, watching us on Facebook Live, listening to us through BizTalk Radio, streaming around the world and of course the country. We're everywhere. We're like a good weed that won't die.
We are the weeds of the garden radio and talk shows.
Exactly. Media weeds.
We found out on Facebook why all the plants I gave you were dying.
Yeah,
somebody says maybe your wife is killing them.
Yep. When I'm not there, like right now as we speak, she's out there right now.
You know, it's your fault. I told you not to give her that ready-to-use Roundup Christmas.
No, ready to use.
Yeah.
Nothing required. Just open it up and start spraying.
That's right.
So what is the latest on Roundup? Has that gone away yet?
No, still around.
Still out there. Okay.
You know, people fighting it.
Fighting that carcinogenic, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
You know, people still complain about DDT. Hey, we got an email from from Steve in Simi Valley.
Perfect.
And sent us a great picture of
Thank you, Steve.
His sweet peas. And he said that, let's see, hello, John, Bryan, and Tiger. You guys mentioned a while back about an automower. And what was the info on that? Thanks, Steve.
Is that the Automower that you've got,
Yeah.
Tiger?
Yeah. We brought it in. We did a couple shows with it, and it's by Husqvarna, which is the brand, and it is called the Automower, and they have a couple different models based on the acreage of your property, and it's a robotic lawnmower. Just the basic behind it is that you put this kind of wire down around the perimeter of your lawn, the area that you want this Automower to be kept in, and that goes back to a charging station. And then what happens is the Automower by itself, because it's battery operated and then controlled, goes and mows the lawn on a set schedule. Whatever you can have it mow just during the evenings, you can have it mow all day long, you do whatever, and it goes and just randomly goes through that area and mows the lawn down to the height that you want it,
and drives itself back to the charging station.
And then drives itself back to the charging station, charges right back up, and then when it's scheduled to go out again, or when it's really ready to go fully charged, it goes out by itself. And now some people think, oh well, it takes normally say 30 minutes to mow a lawn, and all it has to do is mow for 30 minutes. That's not the case for the Automower, because it's random. So it's constantly going back over its own tracks and things. So if you were to say it takes you normally 30 minutes to mow the lawn, you need to run your Automower for probably somewhere in the range of about 2 hours to make sure it gets full coverage of the lawn.
Now, you say the wire that you set up is like a perimeter, so it knows where to stay, where to go, and where not to go.
Exactly. So, you put it next to your planter beds, or
So
if
it
it's
gets
a sidewalk.
shocked if it goes over the boundaries.
You see the Automower when it gets close to it's a little zap.
Now, a lot of people would think it's gimmicky, but you have one, and you think it's great.
How much do they cost? It's got to be like thousands of dollars.
For the small one, which does 0.75 acres, the unit is the Automower itself is probably right around $1,000. Yeah, but if you're it all, for some people it's all based on time and effort. But at the same time, if this is a new lawn and you're about to buy that new lawnmower,
right,
buy that, all of that stuff right away, this is a great time to do it, because you end up saving money right away.
There's no gas because it's electric; it charges.
Yeah, correct.
So you lay out the $1,000, but pretty soon it's paying for itself.
And then
I'm still leery about the model with the AI.
The one that kind of knows where it's been and what it's doing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a little creepy, isn't it?
It's going to start mowing over you. But the cool thing is my bedroom window is near my lawn. It's 6 feet away from my lawn. And the Automower will run in the evenings, and I never even know it. Yeah.
It's just quiet.
Oh, yeah. It's just quiet. All you hear from it is when it clips a grass blade. And it's just because it's a razor blade, and it just clips the grass blade. And it's very safe. I have 2 children, and they're out there with it while it's running. And, Isaac is very mischievous.
Sure.
And it's never been a problem.
I remember as a kid, we're talking about dangerous situations. So we mowed our own lawns. I had to mow the lawn.
Yeah.
Had to go to the gas
mower.
Had to go to the gas station and get, I think it was a mixture, right? A little bit of gas and.
Oh, that was for the 2-cycle engine.
Yeah. It's exactly right. Briggs and Stratton.
Yep.
So I had a Briggs and Stratton Edger, and I think I had a Toro lawnmower. But I mean, going down there as a kid, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, and putting the right gas in and coming back, and then being trusted with this blade. And I got real smart because neighbor kids would come over and hang out while I was working. And I'd say, hey, you know what? I'll make you lunch. You want to mow the lawn and do that? Yeah, sure. It was like kind of a Tom Sawyer thing. And I came back out. These people are all mowing my lawn and trimming, and I'd feed them lunch, and it became kind of a weekly thing. Where I stopped working and they were doing all the work for me. Then they got smart. Yeah, I like mowing. Nothing better than freshly mowed lawn. The smell,
right?
But the one thing that I did, which was a mistake back then, was I would rake it all up and put it in a trash can. Mm-hmm. Where now we're telling people maybe leave grass clippings in there because your automatic mower does.
That's the clippings. The clippings go right back into the lawn.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. But we wanted everything to be nice and neat, so we used to. But I remember those. Yeah, I think. Well, I don't know how many kids you could trust these days to do something like that. I mean, big old blade, and putting the gas mixture in there for those 2 cycles. John knows he did the same thing. You're a lawnmower guy from way back, aren't you?
Well, that was usually the first job you got, when you were like 12 years old,
mowing lawns.
Yeah.
After you quit your paper route,
right? Now you need a college degree to do that.
And it's funny. So you guys are talking about this. So I'm actually working with a company. I have a meeting next week with them. They're based out of Europe. And I guess one of the things that's kind of popular to do right now, because, there's this theory. I mean, it's a $1,000 item, or for some commercial ones, they're a couple thousand, like you mentioned. but they work and they do well. But there's this problem with theft and, all of these other things, that can go along with it. But I'm actually talking to a company that's kind of breaking the U.S. market where we have these auto mowers, and what we do is we go and take them to public areas that would on this program, and we let the auto mower run through the day, and then in the afternoon we go back and pick them up, put them away, charge them up, and then take them out for the next day and stuff. So there's actually possibly going to be some robotic mowing services out there for some of these yards.
I would imagine you could put a tracker in there.
They do have them. They do have the trackers, and they do have an alarm system.
Right.
But it's just one of those things where, if, like these scooters that are running
Scooters
all around.
have trackers, right?
Yeah, they get trackers too, but you still find them in the
Funniest
river
places,
and
all of a
trash
sudden.
cans and everywhere else for no reason.
Wonder how that's working out
People just
for
want to
them.
be destructive.
Now, do you have carpeting in your house?
No, I have a hardwood floor.
That's why you don't have an automatic vacuum that does the same thing as your lawnmower.
No, I do have a yes, it's even better on hardwood floor, especially with a 3-year-old that runs around and doesn't eat at the table.
Now, did Isaac ever try to ride the mower?
Yes.
See,
Yes.
I could picture him doing
yes,
that.
yes, he has. He's tried to ride the Roomba too.
Now, he's how old?
3. He's going to be 4 next month.
Okay, is he in daycare yet at all, or still home?
Yeah.
How's that working out in daycare?
Good.
No phone calls? Can
No,
you come
he's-
pick up your son?
He's a pretty good kid.
He's lifting up other kids over his head?
But he's in this soccer thing now too. So it's funny. My wife was watching him the other day, and he just runs around with the soccer ball, and like he'll kick the ball, but rather than kicking it and passing it to his friend, he'll kick it and then run to it and get it again. And it's like, come on, you gotta be able to pass.
Learn how to share, huh?
Yeah.
We had a neighbor kid one time that one of my kids were growing up, and he was little, and my kids were in baseball, and he had come over one time, and I asked him if he was going to join the baseball team, and he said no, I'm going to do tennis. And I said, oh, that's good. He goes, yeah, and golf. He goes, my parents say that I'm not really good on team sports. That was the same kid one time that came over to my house, and I told him, I said, please don't do that when you're in my house, because he had done something. I forget what it was. And he goes, I can do anything I want. And it made me furious, right? I said, Alex, when you come over to my house, you follow my rules or you don't come over at all. And he kind of hung his head down and he walked away. And then I go into the other room and I come back and I hear him muttering to himself. My mother says I can do anything I want if I put my mind to it.
Oh, one of those, huh?
Yeah.
Like he only got part of what she meant.
Yeah. Exactly.
Put your mind to it and you apply yourself. You can do anything you want. Now, he was a friend of yours. He was your age?
No, one of Joe or John, Joe's friends or something.
Oh, Joe's. Okay,
right?
so
That's
that
what
goes
he was
back
saying.
away.
Yeah.
That was actually
all right.
Jesse's friend.
Jesse, okay.
Yeah, next door neighbor.
Yeah.
Turned out to be a nice guy.
You get any email? We're going to go to a break. You have any emails, John?
I don't know. We got a comment from Rick about the first time he got shocked was on a lawnmower.
Let's talk about that. 855-424-9825. Let's talk gardening, horticulture right here. John at gardenamerica.com. Facebook Live still up and running. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being right there with yours truly, Bryan Main, John Bagnasco, Tiger Palafox. We're going to take a break. Questions, comments, shoot them our way. We'll take care of you after this.
Looking for a safe and natural organic fertilizer for your yard and garden? Fertilome is now offering natural and organic fertilizers for all your fertilizing needs. Roses, flowers, vegetables, herbs, fruit trees, palms, and more. Natural Guard organic fertilizers are a certified listed product for organic use and safe to use around your family and pets. Always read the label and ask for Natural Guard by Fertilome Organic Fertilizers at Dixie Line Lumber or your favorite independent nursery. Make your piece of the planet a healthier place to live by using Natural Guard by Fertilome.
Hi, this is gardening expert Melinda Myers. Keeping the environment in mind, I recommend Milorganite slow-release nitrogen fertilizer for all your growing needs. From plants to people, active growth requires energy, nutrients, and a balanced diet. Nutrient-rich Milorganite feeds the soil and plants for up to 10 weeks. The non-burning, non-leaching formula provides a slow and consistent flow of nutrients. Trust the fertilizer, proven effective for over 90 years. Milorganite for better results. Visit Milorganite.com for a garden center near you.
And now today's Bob Evans foodie lesson, the need to belong.
We tend to associate certain foods with members of our family, social gatherings, and people taking care of us, Thanksgiving and other holidays with family. When we feel lonely, we crave comfort foods to give us both comfort and security. For example, a college student away from home for the first time may crave comfort foods as a reminder of family. Evidence show that people with positive family relationships were more likely than others to reach for comforting foods on the days they felt lonely. And now a word from Bob Evans.
You're the family chef, but with homework, practices, email, getting a good meal on the table is tough. Sometimes the best choice is the easy choice. Delicious Bob Evans mashed potatoes and mac and cheese, made with ingredients like real milk, butter, potatoes, and cheese. Bob Evans sides are ready in the microwave in 6 minutes, and they're the perfect complement to any meal. Once your family tries them, it'll be love at first bite. Get Bob Evans sides today in the refrigerated section at your favorite grocery store.
Bob Evans down on the
Non-attorney paid spokesperson. Could your house go into foreclosure? Are you behind on your mortgage payments? Does it seem like the bank has no interest in helping you save your home? And you feel like you have nowhere to turn for help? Then we have good news for you. Foreclosure Protection Services can help save your home as they specialize in foreclosure assistance. That's all they do. If you're behind on your mortgage payments, being threatened with foreclosure, have been denied a loan modification, or been the victim of a predatory loan, it's critical that you call Foreclosure Protection Services now at 800-670-2142. Their network of attorneys and their agents are available to speak to you now. If you're behind on your mortgage payments, Foreclosure Protection Services can help stop the foreclosure process. Call today before it's too late. New laws are in effect that may save your home. Call Foreclosure Protection Services now at 800-670-2142. 800-670-2142. That's 800-670-2142.
Do you have an old car sitting in your driveway? How would you like to learn a hassle-free way to get rid of it, help kids in need, and get a great tax donation in the process? It's real easy. One simple free call to our car donation hotline is all it takes. Call the Nishama Foundation at 800-721-6723, 800-721-6723. We'll come pick your car up for free and give you a tax donation for the full value of the car, running or not. The value of your unwanted car will go to help kids in need. It's fast and easy. Just call us and your car will be gone and on its way to helping children in 48 hours. And you get a nice tax deduction. Call the Nishama Foundation now to get rid of your car, help kids, and get a tax write-off. Call 800-721-6723, 800-721-6723, 800-721-6723. That's 800-721-6723. 5723.
Missed an episode of your favorite show? No worries. Catch all the episodes on demand at biztalkradio.com.
Welcome back to the Garden America radio show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424. That's 855-424-9825 or John at gardenamerica.com.
Well, looking at Facebook, one thing's for sure, not everybody is out there mowing their lawns. When you talk about the various areas of the country, John?
That's right. My brother and sister-in-law say they're getting ready to go ride their snowmobiles in Michigan.
That's crazy.
We're talking about mowing lawns.
Yeah.
It's still
That sounds like fun.
A lot of weather across the country still.
Do you know across the street from my house, the property sold and they put horses over there, and they've also had sheep and goats, and with all the rain that we've had, the horse corrals, of course, there's no grass at all, right? But the rest of their property, like weeds that were waist high. And then I noticed they put up some of that snow fence, that orange fence.
Orange fencing?
Yeah, around all the weeds. And I thought, what are they going to do? What's the point of that? And they put sheep in there and some goats, and within 1 week everything's gone. It's just completely clean,
right down to the right nub.
Right. Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe at my house I might get some sheep or goats.
It's a no-brainer. I would absolutely.
And
right?
and not only do they take it down, but unlike either weed whacking it or mowing it, they process it too. And I hear that there's even less return in the future, they mow it down, they keep it down, but then you also don't get the seeds back in the ground like you would as if you did it mechanically.
Right.
Because they digest the seeds.
Yeah.
And
That's what I heard. That's
and
what
aren't
I
they
heard.
refertilizing the ground?
Yeah, I mean,
Of course.
Yeah.
So
I think I told you a couple shows ago that in Michigan, when I worked at Frank's Nursery, that they would sell manure, and people come in and go, I want 5 bags of manure. And we'd just say, well, do you want cow or sheep? Because it was cow manure or sheep manure. You had your choice.
That was it. How's Frank doing, by the way?
Frank is no longer.
Frank is no longer. Okay. Frank's Nursery. It sounds so hometown.
Yeah.
I'm going to head on to Frank's Nursery.
It was started in Detroit, downtown Detroit, actually, around trying to think, like maybe the 40s.
Wow.
And it started out as a fruit and vegetable market. And the owner of the nursery, who was Frank, would notice that people would come in and they'd always complain about the price of bread. 25 cents. Last week it was 24 cents. How can you raise it a penny? But he'd have a geranium for sale for 99 cents, and they'd come in, they'd buy it, and nobody complained at all. So he thought, I'm going to start growing more flowers and selling vegetable plants.
And that's how it happened.
That's how it started, yeah.
Wow.
Found out nobody complained about that, only the price of food.
You were talking about the weeds, though. On Monday, I'm going to be on a local TV network for San Diego, and it's talking about all the weeds since we got all the rain, talking about how to prevent them, what to do to stop them and take care of them and things like that. So, yeah, it's a problem that people are going to have this year with all the rain.
Oh, yeah. So what's you can mention it.
No, I'm trying to think.
Is it KUSI, KTTV?
No. It's Channel 8.
Oh, Channel 8. That's KFMB.
KFMB.
KFMB,
Yeah.
Channel 8.
Yeah. So, yeah, be on there in the morning, talk about pre-emergence, talk about herbicide
what about
sprays.
Those of us who won't be able to watch you? How do we take care of weeds?
What should we be doing?
How do we stop them? You mentioned pre-emergence.
Pre-emergence,
I think, if you nip them in the bud, that's the best way, right?
Right.
Before they come up.
Before they come up. So pre-emergence are, it doesn't allow seeds to germinate. So people got to be careful when they use this, because if they put out wildflower seeds, they're not going to come up either. But
now, do the seeds just not germinate, or does it kill them as they're germinating?
The corn gluten one just doesn't allow them to germinate. There are some other ones, and the only name I can think of out there is Preen, that has like the extended control one.
I've heard of that.
And that one actually has some chemicals in it that would, not allow them to germinate, but then they also kind of make the seed go bad as well.
This is good practice for you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And then, with herbicides out there, they have a lot. I mean, there's the glyphosate issue right now that, some people don't want to use them, but there's a lot of glyphosate products out there that are just as the same, which are the herbicides that kill plants, by getting absorbed through the foliage systemically. And then there's the natural, I guess, herbicides, the ones that are vinegar based, or what else do they use? Clove oil, thyme oil, that just basically burn the foliage, but they don't actually truly kill in the root. So it's really a problem for, this issue of the seeds. If you don't like to use a glyphosate, a weed killer, you can use these other ones before they go to flower. So at least you don't have this cycle keep happening, with the dandelions, the oxalises, the spurges that flower and then set more seeds. With glyphosate, these other products, you can kind of stop it. But it takes years. Let's not be, ridiculous and think this is going to be something that's going to happen this spring. You have to rid your garden of all of that seed matter, because, we were just talking about the super bloom. Those are seeds that have been sitting in this ground for years and years and years. These were not seeds that got spread last year and now are coming up this year all the time.
Well, some are.
But
we had a super bloom last year, but you can have a super bloom, as you point out, after 7 years of drought.
Because there's California poppy seeds that have been sitting there for 8-9 years waiting for that chance. It's crazy.
One of the things you have to be careful with on pre-emergence is the timing, because a pre-emergent is just that. It only kills the seed before it germinates. Once it's germinated, it's not going to work. So and especially now in Southern California, if you're putting down a pre-emergent crabgrass control, in a lot of areas, crabgrass is already germinated. So you can put that down and you're not going to get any control at all.
Right. Yeah, and like you say, you have to be ahead. So even then, some people will put down pre-emergent in the summer but it's not, there's no seeds that are going to be germinating in the summer. Right. That's something that you need to be doing starting in the fall, going into the winter, because pre-emergents also only last for a period of time. They only, the corn gluten-based one, which is the most minimal one, is only going to last for maybe 30. I think they say on the package 60 days, but it's still not a long life. And if we have a big rain, I imagine it dilutes.
Would wash it away, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I imagine it would. It's not something that's going to stick around to its full effectiveness, if there's a lot of rainfall or water in the area as well.
Are your roses blooming yet?
At the nursery?
Yeah.
No, but they look absolutely gorgeous with foliage, and I did see a few buds, but no blooms yet.
It looks really nice this time of year.
When
the new leaves come out, they're
shiny, just deep colors, and all of them look that way. Because later in the season you get a couple bad leaves. Yeah.
Okay, got to take a break. Facebook Live questions, comments. You can also reach us at 855-424-9825. John at GardenAmerica.com. We trust your Saturday's going well so far. Thank you so much for tuning in and being part of Garden America. And for those of you on Facebook Live, get your questions in. We'll answer those right away. In the meantime, we're going to step aside, take a break. This is Garden America.
Biz Talk Radio is now available on Amazon X. Just add the Biz Talk Radio skills and ask Alexa for the latest business news. You'll instantly get live, relevant information from the best business source. Biz Talk Radio. Alexa, open Biz Talk Market Tips.
My mom's a breast cancer survivor. The United Breast Cancer Foundation saved her life. Their free breast cancer exam caught the cancer early, and it saved her life. But now the foundation needs your help so they can continue offering free or low-cost breast screening exams, saving more women's lives. Help them by donating your car, whether it's running or not. They'll provide fast, free 24-hour pickup, and you receive a charitable tax deduction, plus the great feeling you'll get knowing your donated car is going to help save more lives. Just call 800-295-4183 to set the wheels in motion. They take cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs, running or not. Call 800-295-4183. The United Breast Cancer Foundation needs your help, and your donation could literally save women's lives, helping them catch breast cancer early, like they did with my mom. Donate today. 800-295-4183. 800-295-4183.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson. Are you over the age of 60 and been diagnosed with lung cancer? If so, you and your family may qualify for a cash award. We can help make sure that you and your family are financially safe and medical expenses are covered. If you've been diagnosed with lung cancer and are over 60, call 24/7. 1-877-614-0102. 1-877-614-0102. Attorney advertising. William Stephacker Jr. is the attorney responsible for this ad. Main office, Granton, Pennsylvania. May not be available in all states.
Do you have Medicare and do you use a CPAP machine? This is a national healthcare alert regarding your CPAP supplies. Using a clean CPAP mask and clean supplies is important to staying healthy. The best way to make sure your CPAP equipment is clean is to get new supplies. If you have Medicare, we have great news. Medicare will pay for you to have new clean supplies every 90 days. We'll even do all the paperwork for you to make sure that there's little to no out-of-pocket cost to you. And you don't even have to leave your home. We provide free in-home delivery. So if you're a CPAP user and you have Medicare, staying healthy with new CPAP equipment is easy. Just make this free phone call right now to get started.
Call the CPAP hotline now. 800-525-8891. 800-525-8891. That's 800-525-8891. Copays and deductibles apply. Supplies are replaced in accordance with Medicare guidelines.
Americans are going crazy for a new new Italian diet pill that burns 3 times more fat than dieting alone. And the next 100 callers get 3 bottles for free. Sold under the brand name Invigorate 3X. This powerful pill triggers metabolic acceleration, a process that's deficient in most Americans, making weight loss a hassle. But a new study shows 30 pounds gone in 90 days with just 2 capsules a day. Julie B. of Nashville says, I was skeptical, but when I saw a famous doctor made it, I decided to try it. I was shocked. I lost 16 pounds in 6 weeks. For a limited time, our listeners get 3 free bottles with a qualifying order. Call 1-800-932-1789 now to get started. Call in the next 10 minutes and also get a free bottle of the doctor's Ultra Detox. And don't forget your free 14-day diet fix. No obligation and 100% free when you call right now. 800-932-1789. 800-932-1789.
Here's important new information from the Diabetes Solution Center for you, a family member, or a loved one suffering with diabetes. If you have lost your provider, or if you need a provider for diabetic supplies, you may qualify to receive your diabetic testing supplies now with little or no out-of-pocket cost, regardless of your age. All you need is Medicare or private insurance to be potentially eligible. Call the Diabetes Solution Center right now for details. Just takes a couple of minutes. Our friendly, knowledgeable agents will give you free, no-obligation information, handle all the insurance paperwork, and make sure your supplies are delivered directly to your door for free.
Call U.S. Medical Supply 24 hours a day. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. Call right now. 800-597-9323.
Watch some of your favorite shows on Biz TV. Check to see if you get Biz TV by going to biztv.com. And now, back to Biz Talk Radio.
Welcome back to the Garden America Radio Show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or John at gardenamerica.com.
We are back. We are here. In fact, if you're watching us on Facebook, we didn't go anywhere. We were here the whole time during the break. But that's what they like to say in radio. We are back. So, yes, we are back here. Biz Talk Radio, John at gardenamerica.com. And, of course, Facebook Live, questions, comments. We are ready to take them. And did you have something in your email, John, that you wanted to share?
No. What about yours? You got anything you want to share?
I should share some personal email. Just for the heck of it.
You know, this is what... Ides of March was yesterday. First day of spring
is coming
next week. And my brother says that he's on getting ready to go on his snowmobile. So I'm going to Michigan in June, and I kind of hope that.
Oh, have you ever had snow in June
in Michigan?
I've had in Detroit, which is
in Michigan,
really
yes.
South. Yeah, but it's South Michigan. I mean, as far down as you can go.
Right.
I mean, the UP is always cold, it seems like. But I've had vegetable plants freeze the first week in June. You know, if I put out like tomatoes or peppers or...
That's nuts.
Yeah, that wasn't common.
Right.
But
it's possible.
But almost always you get a frost up till Mother's Day. It's not safe to plant vegetables until after Mother's Day.
That's the comment we got from your brother. Mowing lawns? I'm going, that's snowmobiling. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying.
That's
snowmobile. Great. So I feel snowmobiling is the equivalent to our jet skiing, kind of a thing, or sea doing. I don't know, whatever the term would be, but and that's done on water, and usually we do it warmer times of the year,
right?
But snowmobiling, it sounds like fun. I'd really want to do it, but then I'm also kind of like, you're doing it in snow where it's freezing. You're going fast or fish. Like, you have to be bundled up. Is it really that much fun?
You know, snow is fun for an hour.
Yeah.
As long as there's a nice fire going inside that you can go in and warm up.
I remember my first radio job in Flagstaff, Arizona. So it's cold, it snows, it's all those things. It's 7,000 feet. So the chief one day says, hey, I got to go up to the tower and do a couple of things. You want to go with me? We'll be on a snowmobile. I thought, great. So we get on this thing, and we're going. And it's like an hour. And we finally pull up to this little A-shaped kind of a cabin-looking thing with a huge, antenna right there. And here's this guy in there because they had to have people up there.
He had to go in there every day.
That have to like babysit the place and be there. He was so happy to see human beings. He's like, "Oh my gosh, how are you guys doing? Sit down." Engineer says, "We're just here for maybe an hour. I got to do some. Are you sure? Here's something to eat." I said, "How long is he here for?" He goes, 3 or 4 days at a time, and then somebody else comes up. But he's all by himself with all this transmitter equipment and everything. But he's so happy to see us.
Oh, sure.
But after a while on that snowmobile, it wasn't that much fun.
As much fun,
up and down,
right?
and you're hitting moguls, and you hit parts of snow where you can't go any further, and you got to drag it out. But it was an experience. But I just remember this guy so happy to see anybody that was alive, like an old Twilight Zone episode.
Jan is asking me what type of soil I have at my new property. And I have to tell you, it's for Southern California. I'm just shocked. It's beautiful, rich topsoil.
You don't have any problems, no?
It used to be
decomposed granite, things like that.
No, because it used to be avocado grove.
Oh, okay.
So I think the years of avocado leaves. Now the unfortunate part is that a lot of that stuff's getting bulldozed,
right, and
scraped and buried and stuff like that. But a huge part of my property is going to be, I'll be using that type of soil to plant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not hauling any of it away, though, right?
No.
They're just moving it. So
it.
you just got to...
Right, but if it ends up on the bottom of something...
Yeah, it's all right. It'll make its way back up.
But anyway, I'm really pleased with the soil. It should be great for growing roses.
But there goes all your underground biological activity with moving things around, though, right?
You know what I didn't realize is that when you're building a home, you can't landscape until the home is built.
Oh.
That they said that we would not get permits if we started on the landscaping.
Really?
Yeah, that's strange.
That seems interesting.
Well, I think it would make sense to build the house first and then landscape around it, then the other way around.
Well, whether it's sense or not, why would you need a permit? Regulation?
Landscaping, planting a flower, is that landscaping?
Even making the beds, like grading for landscaping.
I made my bed this morning.
Did you?
Yeah.
I never make my bed.
But anyway, so
seems so useless.
you can't do anything that's considered landscaping.
Yeah.
No, except the hillsides around your pad have to have something growing.
What's this? What's this? The '60s? Come over to my pad, man.
That is interesting. Why they wouldn't allow you to landscape?
And it's actually legal permits and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's not just. In other words, they said if you do this, then we can't do our job.
I guess.
Wow.
I guess I'm not sure.
Wow.
I have Caitlin coming over from Fringe Coffee next Thursday to see whether or not I actually can plant the coffee that I was thinking.
Boy, after this winter,
we've got a lot of wind over there, and apparently coffee is more susceptible to wind damage than it is cold damage, which you really wouldn't think of. And we did buy it when we were up at Cal Poly. We bought a coffee plant and put it outside the trailer on my property to see how it survived the winter. There's not a single leaf on that plant now, and the stems are turning brown.
Didn't do well, did it?
No, it's mostly dead. So I'm not sure that I'm going to plant coffee, but I'll listen to what she has to say.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So they grow a lot of coffee up high in the mountains, right? Don't they? Like in Colombia, South America, places like that, higher elevation.
Yeah, Panama, Ecuador.
Yeah,
but they're usually underplantings. Is I think John's kind of they're not these exposed hillsides. They're usually kind of planted within a little bit of a forest of something else, and they're protected. And even then, their winds aren't constant through the whole year. It's more seasonal.
Are your winds, John?
Well, even then they're not cold winds,
right?
Like ours are.
So you are. How far are you from the beach? 25 miles.
13
miles. So this would be considered offshore winds from the beach, then, right? Coastal winds.
Well, we get a lot of Santa Ana winds.
Yeah.
But we get a breeze every day, and that's a coastal breeze.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It's a lot involved.
There's a lot going on in your life right now.
I know.
That's why you should just grow agave. They don't require any care.
Yeah, but they get weevils.
Yeah, but look at all the tequila you can make.
Yeah, exactly. You love tequila.
Yeah.
I've never had tequila in my life.
Not in your whole life.
What do you put tequila in?
Margaritas.
Margaritas. Or you just take shots.
Yeah.
Or what's the other thing?
Mezcal.
What's a mojito?
That's rum.
That's rum.
Rum?
Yeah.
I don't know. I took a sip of something the other day.
Didn't like it, did you? Or did you?
Well, no, I can't taste now anyway, so what's the point? I don't like putting alcohol in my body.
Except if it's wine.
Well, even that I don't like anymore.
You're a wine
but I used to like wine.
Is wine now no taste or bad taste?
Neither.
Just neutral.
Yeah, I can tell it's wine, but let's talk about plants.
Yeah, exactly.
Not eating.
Let's back to horticulture.
So is that going to delay the ability to transfer your roses?
Well, Jesse was going to go over there today, I believe, with my son Jesse with a bobcat, and try to make a flat area so I can put down the weed fabric and then start.
And then just put
the
the
roses.
cans.
Yeah, and then we're gonna
put them in.
We're gonna set up a drip system
Mm-hmm.
and put drip to the containers. So I figured I would just water them by hand every day, but my son Joe thinks I'm crazy and said, "No, we need to set up drip."
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll do
makes
that.
sense.
I'm sure you'll appreciate that once things get underway.
Yeah. And it's 110
But I'm
degrees.
moving 1,000 containers over, and I've got another 1,000 that will be there this summer. So I'm not sure how much room to make. Whether I'm going to have
Make a little more than you think you need.
Yeah, I don't think there's anywhere near enough. It's only 3.5 acres. There's so many roses, so little room.
So many roses. So that'd be a good bumper sticker for you. So many roses, so little room. Okay, we're about 44 minutes after the hour. Still time. I'm going to take a break here coming up with one more segment. Still time for your questions, your comments, right there on Facebook Live or John at gardenamerica.com. Also, 855-424-9825.
For those of you that are in San Diego County, at Mission Hills Nursery, that were part of that Tomato Mania event.
Wow.
And yeah, and
80.
don't quote me now.
No, we're
but
quoting.
The tomato of the year for Tomato Mania was the one called Piglet Willies. And we had
Piglet
10 plants this morning. I don't know if they're all still there, but
Did you ever hear Piglet Willies, John?
No.
No. Maybe talk about that when we come back. One more segment. Bryan, John Bagnasco, Tiger Palafox here. It is Garden America from Biz Talk Radio streaming. John at gardenamerica.com, Facebook Live, or give us a call at 855-424-9825 as we step aside after these messages back.
Melinda Myers. Keeping the environment in mind, I recommend Milorganite slow-release nitrogen fertilizer for all your growing needs. From plants to people, active growth requires energy, nutrients, and a balanced diet. Nutrient-rich Milorganite feeds the soil and plants for up to 10 weeks. The non-burning, non-leaching formula provides a slow and consistent flow of nutrients. Trust the fertilizer, proven effective for over 90 years. Milorganite for better results. Visit Milorganite.com for a garden center near you.
Looking for a safe and natural organic fertilizer for your yard and garden? Fertilome is now offering natural and organic fertilizers for all your fertilizing needs. Roses, flowers, vegetables, herbs, fruit trees, palms, and more. Natural Guard organic fertilizers are a certified listed product for organic use and safe to use around your family and pets. Always read the label and ask for Natural Guard by Fertilome Organic Fertilizers at Dixie Line Lumber or your favorite independent nursery. Make your piece of the planet a healthier place to live by using Natural Guard by Fertilome.
Attention! Are you moving soon and don't know who to turn to? If you are moving or planning to move long distance or across the country, Moving APT is offering up to a 20% discount for radio callers this month. Let us handle and remove all the pain and stress in a long distance move. Let Moving APT help you with your all-inclusive move, including packaging services, help with washers and dryers, mounted TVs, bed frames, and more. We can include packing and unpacking services or ask for boxes, tape, bubble wrap, or labels. We also disassemble and reassemble appliances and TVs at your new home. Moving is difficult and stressful, so call Moving APT today to find the most professional movers to support you. If you're looking for a low-cost quote to move long distance or across the country, call us now. Call 800-916-9057. 800-916-9057. Get a guaranteed quote with up to 20% off. 800-916-9057.
Nobody wants to get ripped off, broken into, or robbed, but nobody wants to pay a lot of money to have their home protected either. I've got an offer to tell you about to provide home security for your home for less than $1 a day. For real, with no installation or equipment charges. And this is from a company rated #1 by a leading consumer research company. According to the facts, most of you won't even call unless there's a burglary in your neighborhood or something bad happened. So let's give you a reason. Save money. Less than $1 a day with no other costs. You can get your home secured. Plus, get a lifetime equipment replacement warranty. You need protection for your home. Call the Home Security Hotline right now.
800-915-8941. 800-915-8941. 800-915-8941. Call right now. Operators are standing by. 800-915-8941.
Due to an upturn in the economy, Main Street Business Loans has pre-approved the release of millions of dollars in small business funding. Your business may already be pre-approved to receive up to $250,000. We've sent out millions of pre-approval letters. We see the economy growing, and our underwriters believe now is the time to invest in your business so you can grow faster and make more money. And we're prepared to give you up to $250,000 to do it. Your funds can be available in 5 days. There are no application fees, no annual fees, just quick access to up to $250,000. If your business did not receive your approval letter to get up to $250,000, call Main Street Business Loans Approval Desk now.
800-430-7570. 800-430-7570. 800-430-7570. That's 800-430-7570.
This message is sponsored by AmeriGlide, featuring the nation's best prices on a home stair lift. Are you having a difficult time getting around your home? Do you avoid going up and down the stairs? Have you even considered moving from your lifelong home just to avoid the stairs? Forget about moving and call AmeriGlide and learn how an easy-to-install stair lift is the perfect solution to help you get your freedom back. Plus, we guarantee the nation's best prices. Make this free call today to learn more. No sales visits are necessary. We can help you over the phone. Now you can stay in the home you've been in for decades. Please do yourself or your loved one a favor. Make this simple 2-minute call right now. Get the lowest price on a stair lift anywhere. Here's the number: 800-886-7342. 800-886-7342. 800-886-7342. That's 800-886-7342.
From Main Street to Wall Street, we have the business content you need. So sit back, take notes, and tell your friends about Biz Talk Radio.
Welcome back to the Garden America Radio Show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or john@gardenamerica.com.
And just like that, our final segment after 2 hours. Here we go. Let's do it right. Let's finish right. 855-424-9825. John@gardenamerica.com here on Biz Talk Radio. Facebook Live as we continue, John.
I have a question for our listeners.
Okay, beautiful.
And the reason is because at my new place, I'm getting some resistance from my wife and my son about having guinea fowl.
Okay, so those of you listening or watching, listen to what John's question is.
Well, my question is, has anybody out there ever had guinea fowl, and do you know anything about them?
And what are the positives and negatives if you've had guinea fowl?
Right.
Well,
mostly the positives.
Well,
because I really want.
Yeah.
John really wants them.
Why do you want them besides the fact that they look cool?
Yeah, what will they do that will add to your
I think that's enough.
That's it?
They look cool.
Good enough?
But they also eat bugs,
okay,
snails. You know, and I brought that up, and my wife says, well, don't chickens do the same thing? But I think guinea fowl are smarter than chickens.
And do you think...
I saw a thing on TV the other night. Did you guys see that chicken that had its head cut off, and live for like 7 years or
what?
Well, that goes back to that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
That really happened like in
Right.
the early 1900s or the 40s or something like that.
What?
Yeah, if I heard the story.
Yeah, this chicken lived without its head.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, you can look it up. This is decades ago.
Tiger thinks you're pulling his leg.
No, but
there's
point,
pictures of it, right?
Yeah, your point being, John,
is the chickens aren't that smart.
They don't need a brain.
I would say this, or at least ask this question: is a guinea fowl cleaner than a chicken? Because we know chickens are dirty.
Yeah.
So, what's your pick your poison?
Our friend
Kathy
from Eureka has all the different kinds of cool chickens.
She just wrote it. She just wrote.
Oh,
or
she
maybe
did?
not Kathy from Eureka, but Kathy
I'll
just
pick
wrote, they poop a lot and they're noisy.
Yeah, noisy and they poop a lot.
Guinea fowl?
I don't know if she's talking about chickens or guinea fowl.
That sounds like
I think the question. It sounds like Isaac.
It sounds like Isaac. I was going to say exactly.
I assume she's referring to the guinea fowl since we asked about the guinea fowl.
Poop a lot on deck and roof.
they get up on your roof?
I don't know.
I guess they would. Chickens don't really get on roofs, but I think
No.
guinea fowls would.
We have a peacock that would get on our roof.
Yeah, they go up there.
Well,
too.
your peacock is very loud too. A lot of
Right.
people use them as security systems.
I really liked that. It was a wild one, I guess. Came from somewhere and was just visiting our house and got
Really?
hit by a truck eventually.
Oh, that's
No,
terrible.
but Fallbrook has peacocks. You guys have peacocks in your guys' area. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. There's another area up there that has them in the neighborhoods.
There's guy, Bryan, I used to know that worked at one of the Nurseryland stores, raised peacocks, and he had the royal peacock. Have you
Ooh.
ever seen those? Those are so beautiful. I'd really like to have those. We also have, the one thing I'm worried about, though, is we have a lot of coyotes. I mentioned every time I go over to the
Yep.
property, there's coyotes there. I mean, in broad daylight.
You've seen them just walking around?
Oh, yeah.
Like, go ahead, try something.
Yeah.
You get a little attitude?
But
Coyote
I have
attitude.
kind of mixed feelings there because, they'll keep away rabbits.
Mm-hmm. And other rodents.
But I have a hunch that chickens are going to be easier to catch than rabbits.
Right.
For
But
them.
if you put them in a nice, secure coop.
Yeah, but if you're Wile E.
But they're,
Coyote,
but
you'll
they're
figure
out
out
during the day too, and I'd kind of like to let the. What I was
But
thinking on the
they're out
guinea
during
fowl
the day
were
right now because you don't live there.
the coyotes.
Yeah.
I mean, if we lived
If
there,
you
they would-
lived there and there was activity, they would be a little bit more
they'd
distant.
keep their distance.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm thinking I'd put up a fence.
Yeah.
So the
but-
fence would keep them out, right?
You would think.
That's the argument that we hear nowadays.
I did have.
Yeah, exactly.
I told you
Exactly.
guys the story about the coyote that I almost ran into on my property, and we came face to face, and
And you were both scared, right?
we were both scared. But that one actually jumped over the fence. It was so scared.
And how high was the
Well, you-
fence?
6 foot?
No, it was a shorter fence.
Okay.
Like, what are they, 4 foot? 4 foot fence?
Was this just one of those temporary fencing?
No, it was a chain link fence, but just the short.
Oh,
one.
the shorter one?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 4 feet. Yeah.
But I have a feeling it would have easily cleared a
The
6
6 foot
fence.
also. It had room to spare.
Yeah.
Right.
So before the break, though, we were talking about Tomato Mania, Tomato Piglet Willie.
Oh, yeah.
But there is another one, which is similar.
Piglet Willie's French black tomato.
to-
Now, supposedly that tomato came from France.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so it's
Straight from France.
Yeah, there's a tomato blogger who goes by the handle Piglet Willie,
Really?
Yeah.
And this is one that they found?
and it's one that they found,
That's
and that's where
awesome.
it got the name. So Piglet Willie's French black.
French blogger named Piglet Willie.
No, he's not a French blogger. He was in
I thought you
France.
said it was France. Oh.
He was visiting
He was
France,
visiting.
brought back the seed.
Is he a United States blogger?
Yeah, and it's supposed to be a really good tomato.
There's another one that looks similar to that called Lucky Tiger, which looks like another one. So
By the way,
I'm going to try that one.
That chicken's name, Miracle Mike.
The one that lived for years?
Brandon, our studio coordinator and director, just told us it's Miracle Mike.
Oh, it's a movie, wasn't
So
it?
you can you're thinking of the Air Jordan movie. I Like Mike or Be Like Mike or whatever it was. But Miracle Mike was the chicken. So it's fairly
I was
well
thinking
known.
of Magic Mike.
Magic Mike, whatever, something
Yeah.
Mike. Yeah, but Miracle Mike was like 6 weeks he lived. It was something ridiculous. This
No,
chicken-
it was years.
Years?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up.
Yeah. Put it in the newsletter.
Yeah, put it in the newsletter next week. Find a picture.
That newsletter is getting fun.
Yeah,
There's some fun
is.
stuff. You know what's funny is that our new SEO, which is our kind of social media person,
right,
says that our newsletter has too much content in it. And I'm like, no way. And she's like, but you guys, people open it. Like she commented on our open rate and how many people subscribe to it. And she's like, people love it, from our standpoint,
right,
there's too much because people like less and more.
Right.
But
you don't have to read the whole thing.
Yeah.
You find
no.
something that interests
There's
you.
nothing wrong with it. I think it's great.
Not like a time frame. You must read this in 60 seconds.
Or it explodes. Yeah.
Or explodes.
But,
hey, yeah. So sign up for our newsletter. Go to gardenamerica.com, top right-hand part of the homepage.
Yep.
Right-hand side of the page. Sign up for the newsletter.
Yeah. And then we're going to be having a contest in April where we're going to put together a nice package of a veggie pod, some fertilizers, and some other stuff, about $500 worth of stuff for the people that are in our newsletter list. It's going to be a contest.
So subscribe. One more reason to subscribe to the newsletter, gardenamerica.com. And actually, while you're there, visit our store and see what strikes your fancy.
Yeah.
18 months. He lived 18 months after his head was cut off.
Okay. So we leave you with that and a little prayer to Miracle Mike. Hey, thank you so much. I want to thank Brandon, our director and studio coordinator, doing a great job, the whole team there at Biz Talk Radio. For John Bagnasco, Tiger Palafox, I'm Bryan Main. Thank you so much. Have yourself a safe rest of your Saturday, a safe weekend, and we'll do it again next weekend right here. Until then, get growing, America. Take care. Adios.
Listen